Anyway, we got two teams today. The Iceland Bombers and the Colorado Blue Mustangs. The Iceland Bombers were in the game last year. And they were in the championship game last year. Lost to the Dallas Dragons in an epic overtime thriller. One that will not be repeated again. But if you saw that, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, going up against... Oh, let's not forget to import. Going up against the Colorado Blue Mustangs. Now, they're an interesting franchise. They started out as the Oakland Cocks. Eventually, they were taken over, became the Los Angeles Silver Stars, and then KW took the team over a few years ago, rebranded them, put them to the draft and free agency, and then never coached a game. So they've been kind of... Bombers? Invalid? Okay, interesting. We have imports from Gothenburg and from Dallas. Anyway, so kind of a Cinderella story. If we actually, let's kill a few moments. Let's actually go to the Mustangs homepage here. And we take a look at their history. I mean, really, 1-13, 2-12, 2-12, 1-13, 0-14. KW takes them over last year, gets it to 6-8. Then they fall back to 4-10, and now a team that has never had a franchise that has never had a winning record prior this year is in the Spoofer Bowl. That's what makes this such. That's what makes this such a dynamic league, and that's why we hope to get some more of you in here, get some more owners in here, maybe even get an expansion going someday. So let's go to our sim. Let's take a look at the bracket at the playoffs so far. So the Osaka Black Eagles winning their division. Tokyo Samurai winning their division. They won a back-to-back rematch with Osaka. And then you had the Valencia Murcielagos go down. Really, this was thought to be one of the, or was one of the dominant teams in Europe over the last few years. But they go down in the first round to the Zala Spartans. Zala Spartans get crushed by Iceland in the last round, in the divisions. And then we have the Gothenburg Foxes. Also, again, another team that kind of, I won't say they came out of nowhere, but hadn't had a whole lot of success recently. But they had got one of the top two seeds, but they fell to Tokyo. And then you have, then you have Tokyo and Iceland going at it for the conference championships, which I have not done a show score in. Let's do that. Okay, so as we'll go over to the Americas Conference, we got San Jose over Boston, these Colorado Blue Mustangs over Calgary, a division rivalry. Then you have San Jose Manatees with a tremendous upset over Dallas in the divisional round. Meanwhile, Colorado and Nassau, again, two teams that didn't do much last year, but Colorado just edged them out. And then the Manatees, a team that had upset Dallas the previous week, got the favorite return to them last week as they fell to the Blue Mustangs in the conference championship game. So that's what brings us to where we are now. Colorado and Iceland ready to go at it for all the marbles. And I think we are ready. I think we are ready to go. I don't know how many are in here, and if I check the channel, we're gonna get that echo issue again. So let's just go ahead and let's check the channel real quick before we go in. And I can't tell. Anyway, let's get off the channel before I get another echo. And let's go ahead and get started. Let's get this done. All right, so we've got the teams imported. Neither Colorado nor Iceland apparently exported. Well, Colorado's a CPU team, so all right, here we go. Let's bring you the 9th Spoofer Bowl, and there is something wrong here. We should be having a neutral field here. I'm going to try to correct this for a moment. I'm going to... Hang on a second. Let me see if I can figure out why this is happening. I wonder if we don't have... Well, you know what? I can make a quick change here. No, I put a lot of work into this field. I kind of see it displayed now. Let's go. I believe it is lead configuration, presentation, custom championship field. Okay, let's this. I got it somewhere on here. I'm pretty sure. Just bear with me a moment. Ah, that's a little bit better. Let's try this again. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. No. Hold on a second. Okay, I was worried there. I had advanced past the game. All right. Here we go. Let's go ahead and we are ready. Look at that. Spoofer Bowl IX. And we are ready for the kickoff. So let's get this underway. So it looks like go a little faster than this. Looks like the Blue Mustangs have won the toss and elected to defer to the second half. Iceland Bombers with the return. Hatchet with the return for 24 yards. And now, let's put this on full screen. So we got a first down run by Thompson for 2 yards. We get second down and 7. And they stay on the ground again. Looks like they hand the ball again to Nathaniel Thompson. And another short gain. Third down and 4. Back to throw. And we'll just see if Colorado can complete their Cinderella story here, or will the Bombers finally get it? No matter what happens, we're going to have our 9th straight year. Oh, sorry, we're gonna have a brand new champion this year, no matter what, and it's gonna be 8 different champions in 10 seasons. Or, sorry, 8 and 9 seasons. But anyway, Iceland gets the big pass out, and now they're going to keep it on the ground again through Thompson. Brings up a second down and 7. Back to throw, and gets it, and it looks like it's a completion, and it should be a first down, down to the 13-yard line, first and goal. Another handoff to Thompson, and he'll get almost all the way in, but not quite. It's going to bring up a first down and goal at the 1-yard line, and Thompson looks like he's going to punch it in, and the Bombers take a 7-0 lead after the opening kickoff. And so 9 minutes into the game, we've got our opening lead. And now it's Colorado's turn. And we'll see if they can complete their comeback. Not really comeback. Coming from behind story. If you missed the pregame, the Blue Mustangs have never had a winning season prior to this. And really a couple of upsets in the playoffs. Winners of the America West Division. 2nd down and 2. And that's going to be a completed pass. That's going to be out to Sweeney for 10 yards. And a 1st down for the Mustangs. And that's going to be a handoff to their running back. It's going to be stopped pretty cold. Iceland, cold. Anyway, same here on 2nd down. It's going to bring us a 3rd down and long situation. Back to throw, and they get the completion, but not quite enough for a 1st down. It looks like they're going to go for a field goal. Ward Cole, tight end's going to be just a little bit short. And so 44-yard field goal attempt, and it is up, and it is good. And the Mustangs are on the board. It's 7-3. 4:10 remaining in the 1st quarter. So the Bombers will begin their 2nd possession. And the Bombers, a team that, had a little bit of trouble the first few seasons, but they've really come on the past few years. We were hoping to see a conference rivalry with the Valencia Hellbats, but unfortunately they made an early exit from the playoffs themselves. So we'll just see where we are here. 3rd down and 2. It looks like that is going to be an incomplete pass. And so 3 and out on their 2nd possession. And Colorado's going to get the ball back. A lot of fans in the Rockies hoping for a big upset, hoping for a worst to first story for their team. 2nd down and 10. And a big run by Samuel Myers. 1st down and 10. A toss out, and it's going to be to Myers again, but this time he's not going to get quite as much. Actually, not nearly as much. What am I talking about? It's 2nd down and long. The pass is complete. Out to number 88, Mauricio Greer. And that may be enough for a 1st down. In fact, it is. So Colorado continues their drive. On the Bombers' side of the field. 2nd down and 8. That's going to bring us to 3rd down and 3. Try to keep the drive alive here. And it's going to be a sack. The Iceland Bombers are going to get through the line. And that's going to be Eugene Bliss with the sack. And that's going to force a punt. Although Colorado's the type of team to go for it in situations like this. But they elect to play it safe here. They held the Bombers 3 and out on their last drive. We'll see if they can have any more success here. Run the ball, 2nd down and 8. And this should be the last play of the 1st quarter. As they get the ball out to number 13. Jonathan King, and that is going to be it for the 1st quarter. Just take a very, very quick look at the stats. And so Iceland ahead statistically, although it is a fairly close game. 9 carries for 45 yards. Colorado, a pretty average running game so far for them, but they passed the ball 35 yards. And so anyone's game as we begin the 2nd quarter. So Iceland continues their drive, a great run this time. By another great run by Thompson. That'll put them at near midfield for a 1st down. And this time the Colorado defense breaks through for the sack. And they're going to get Fritz back for a big sack, and now forced to throw the ball away. Sims with the hurry there for Colorado. 3rd down and 19, and they're going to get the ball out. No, it looks like he got it. Yeah, he got it, but it will be incomplete. And so Bombers, after scoring a touchdown on their first possession, have now punted twice in a row. Colorado hanging in there early on, even though they trail 7-3. So we got a penalty marker down here on Colorado's, and they're going to take some bad field position and make it worse. However, they do get a beautiful running play that's going to eat up the penalty yardage and then some. It's going to be Myers for 11 yards. That'll bring up a 2nd and inches off of 1st and long. And they're going to get the ball out to number 44. First down and 10 from the 21-yard line. And it's intercepted! Intercepted. And who came down with that one? By Miranda. And Iceland is set up in great field position on the Colorado 15-yard line. Although the first throw from Fritz is going to be incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Fritz back to throw. And it's going to be complete. Oh, a nice pattern run there. And that's going to be a touchdown. And the Bombers going to go up 13-7 pending the extra point. 5 minutes into the second quarter, and the Bombers have now taken a 14-3 lead. Every year we keep hoping for a competitive Spoofer Bowl. Oh, we got one last year. Oh, boy, did we get one last year. 7, how many overtimes was that? 5, 6, 7? Anyway, let's see if Colorado can answer now. They get good pass protection, but the pass is incomplete on 1st down. From James White. 2nd down, White back to throw again, and it's going to be an incomplete pass. So 3rd down and 10. You wonder if Iceland's warming up a little bit here. Now you want to try to get the 1st down, but it looks like they're going to be just a little bit short. And it's going to be 4th down and 2. And they have to punt, but it looks like they will be able to punt. Oh, it's going to be a touchback. They were hoping to get Iceland pinned back there, but so now they got to come up with a stop here. It's 14-3, but you don't want to go down 21-3 to Iceland early on. They're the type of team that will, if you get down to them early, it's very, very difficult to come back. So 3rd down and 3. Let's see if Colorado come up with a stop here, and they do not. It's another completion. Another completion out to King for 9 yards. 1st down and 10. And now the Bombers starting to heat up a bit here. 2nd down and short. Fritz back to throw again, and it is incomplete this time. It'll bring up a 3rd down and medium to go. Back to throw. Plenty of passing time on the empty formation, and they get the ball. And they get the ball. Looks like that's the running back, Thompson. And that's going to be for lining up. Thompson lines up wide. It's going to be a 1st down, and it's going to be a toss out to the left. Colorado just hoping to hold him to a field goal here. Fritz back to throw again. A nice pass route. A nice completion, and this is going to be to Jonathan King. Again, a 1st down and goal. Mustangs could be in trouble here if they don't come up with a stop. 2nd down and goal from the 1-yard line, and they're going to go in. And so that is, after seeming like they had cooled off a bit, the Bombers take an 18-point lead here in the second quarter. Have the Mustangs run out of miracles for this season? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so 1st and 10. They get a decent run of about 3 yards. It looks like 2 yards. 2nd down and 7. And it looks like it's going to be a toss out to Myers. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 2. And this time it looks like it's going to be the fullback, but they're not going to quite by Salinas. Not quite there. And so once again, they're going to give the ball right back to Iceland. Bombers had a few... Oh! I have to say, they had a few good defensive series there. But haven't done much offensively. But now we get a sacked fumble. And that's going to be a touchdown. It's going to be a scoop and score. And it's 21-10. And suddenly we got a bit of a ball game here. And let's see how Iceland answers that. 1:14 remaining in the first half. So the pitch out goes to Thompson, and he's going to get a couple of yards. 2nd down and 9. Fritz back to throw, plenty of time. Another great completion. And another great catch by Mendez. They take a timeout here with 47 seconds left in the first half. Thompson, another great run. And that's going to be another first down, 35 seconds. They are just about in field goal range, although, you know, knowing Iceland, knowing their coaching staff, they're going to try to go for the kill here. But 2nd down and 10. They're down to 1 timeout, and they are at the very edge of field goal range. And now they take a sack. Oh, they couldn't take that on this drive. They're probably going to use their last timeout here. With 15 seconds left, we'll see if they can get in field goal range and spike the ball. But Colorado coming up. Colorado's defense coming up when they need to, and it's gonna be a completion. Although, do they have enough time left? If they do, they can spike the ball here and kick a field goal. And it looks like they do not get the play off. And so that is going to be the end of the first half. And let's just take a look at the stats here before we go into the second half. So we got domination yardage-wise by Iceland. And yet, Colorado, they had a defensive score, and then they came up with a good defensive drive on that last play to prevent Iceland from extending their lead. Passing the ball. Iceland doing pretty well rushing and passing. Colorado not too bad on the running attack. They're putting up decent numbers, but they're not turning it into points. But Colorado will get the second half kickoff, and so we will see what awaits us here in the second half. So White drops back, and pretty decent day for White. They've only thrown the ball 11 times. And good protection, and he's got an open receiver deep, but he does make it. Pass is caught by Cole. 2nd down and 2. Back to pass, and it looks like it's probably going to be incomplete. Yeah, incomplete, intended for Greer. Oh, and it's 3rd down, and they're going to come up just short. So what are they going to do here? A penalty. We'll see if they go for it here on 4th down, but there is a flag down, and they are going to go for it on 4th down and 6. Risky proposition, and they do not succeed, so it's going to be a turnover on downs. That's going to give Iceland the ball near midfield with an 11-point lead. Colorado has hung in with some good defensive plays, with some stops, with a defensive touchdown earlier. So their defense has kept them in it, even though they have given up some big plays. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1 for Iceland here, and it is going to be a handoff. That's going to be a 1st down. A 1st down on the end around. Fritz back to throw again. He's 13 of 19 and a touchdown pass, and it looks like this. That was incomplete. That was ruled incomplete after the fact. Fritz back and gets the completion. They'll bring up 3rd down and 3. And it's going to be incomplete. It looks like good blocking, good pass protection, but not quite there. 56-yard field goal attempt by Eldridge Jackson. It is up, and it is no good. Well, so now it's Colorado that's going to get good field position off of the missed field goal. And let's see if they can close this thing down to 1 score. 8:47 left in the 3rd quarter. Again, good pass protection. 97 almost gets there for the Bombers, but they do get the pass off, and it's going to be a 1st down for Colorado. 1st down and 10. It's going to be a toss out to Myers. And another nice run here. Myers has had a decent game now. 11 carries, 62 yards. It's going to give him a 1st down at the Iceland 31-yard line. Another pitch out to Myers, and this time it looks like he's getting stopped in the backfield. 3-yard loss. 2nd down and 13. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 14. Let's see if they can convert this here. They're not in very good field goal range here, but they got a receiver open deep, and he's got it to Hildebrand. And Hildebrand's going to give the Mustangs a 1st down and goal at the 6-yard line. And another penalty marker down. That's going to be a little bit of a setback for Colorado. False start on Hildebrand. White back to throw, and a nice catch. A nice catch again by Hildebrand. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and goal from the 5. And they're going to get a toss out to Salinas. And another great play by the Bombers defensive line. And now we got a penalty marker down. And it's going to be another penalty on Colorado. Boy, it'll be a miracle if they can get into the end zone. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. Well, despite themselves, it looks like they may get a field goal here at least, and that will make it a 1-score game with 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. All right, well, the kickoff, great kickoff return by Iceland by David Hobson. And now they're going to get good field position here. Another good run by Nathaniel Thompson. 2nd down and 5. And Richard Krause. First down and 10. So let's see if the Bombers can come down here and try to put it away. Although, again, it's a 1-score game going into the 4th quarter. We haven't had a whole lot of competitive games, Spoofer Bowls lately. But, this is good. This is going to be bad news. Very bad penalty to take if you're Colorado. And Iceland is going to get another good field position. 2nd and 3, they're inside the 10-yard line. Can they go up by 2 scores again here? As we run out of time here in the 3rd quarter. Fritz, again, plenty of time to throw, and he gets a touchdown to Wendell Mendez. And that's going to open things back up a little bit. Not insurmountable, but we are just about at the end of the third quarter. And let's see what Colorado does here. First down and 10 as the third quarter expires. They're going to get fairly decent field position here. They've got to have some sort of score, although even a field goal still leaves it a 12-point game. So you're probably thinking touchdown here, although I don't know if they're quite in 4-down situation yet. But they get a good run here by Salinas. Pass by James White on first down. They're going to pick up a few yards. Second down and 6 on the Iceland 49, and they're going to be just shy of a first down, but it looks like it will bring up a third down and inches, and they're going to go off right side, and a great defensive play by Jason Humes will stop them short. Looks like they're going to go for it here. Pretty expected move, and they're going to get it. Nice move by Myers. First down and 10 at the Iceland 30. And it's going to be another completion. This one's going to get inside the 20. They're in the red zone. Don't close the books on this one just yet. Another catch for about 7 yards. And unnecessary roughness penalty. Not too many penalties on Iceland. That's only their first penalty of the game, as a matter of fact. They played pretty well disciplined so far, but right now it's their turn to make a mistake as Colorado, they've had good field position in places, but they've been unable to really punch it in. Their only touchdown coming on a defensive score. But they get one here. A perfect spiral from James White to Michael Sweeney, and that's gonna make this a one-score game once again. 28-20, Iceland leading with just 6:36 left. So we are going to come down to the wire here, it looks like. But not have 5 overtimes. Okay, second down and 8. Fritz is hurried, and he has to get the ball off in a hurry. It's going to bring up a third down and 8. Just try to keep the drive alive here. And they're going to get the pass off. It looks like it could be complete, but it's going to be short of the first down. And that's going to bring up a punting situation. Colorado's going to get the ball back here. Inside 5 minutes left to go. Down by 8. And we got a penalty right off the bat here. And that's going to be Iceland penalty. It's got to be a second down and 5. And Colorado will get pretty close to the first down. Colorado with the momentum, but Iceland still with the 8-point lead. And it looks like it's going to be incomplete. Fourth down and inches. This could be the game. And looks like they're probably going to get it. Whew. Mustangs fans breathing a sigh of relief there. But Iceland comes right back and gets the big stop here on first down. Second down and 12. Again, a long time to throw for White. And he's got a receiver open, and it looks like it's going to be incomplete. Broken up by Miranda. So bringing it up a third down and 12. A very curious play call. But it's going to bring them to fourth and short. And, you know, we are in a 4-down situation here. They're going to toss the ball off the left side, and looks like they're going to be stopped just short. Jason Humes with a great tackle. And, well, we'll see. Obviously, Colorado has to get the ball back, and an encroachment penalty is not going to help them. Even a field goal could probably put this thing away. but they've got to get it first. I'll start with a first down on the 23-yard line. It's going to be a second down from, it looks like the 18 rather, second down and 5. The Mustangs have got to get that ball back as it's third down and 4. I don't know why the Bombers are passing here, but it seems to pay off, and they're going to get a touchdown, and that could be it. It's going to be a two-score game with 2:23 remaining. Well, whatever the situation, Colorado's going to have to score in a hurry and get an onside kick. There is really no two ways about it. And you wonder if they just have one more miracle left for the 2031 season. Can the underdog make one more play? And they're going to start with a good pass out to tight end Evans. He's at the 35 and the 30, and he's all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So the Mustangs are not giving up here. And the penalty marker down. And that's going to be another encroachment penalty. So now it's all of a sudden it's Iceland's time to start getting the penalties again. They get the ball out to Sweeney, and he's going to bring it down to a first and goal. A minute and a half left. Iceland puts in some pressure, and James White's got to throw it away. Second down and goal. They got to score pretty quickly. It's nice that they're moving the ball, but they can't take forever. Oh, and they're going to get the touchdown here. It's going to make it 35-27. It's going to be a one-score game again. But without any timeouts left, they're going to have to go for an onside kick here, it looks like. And it looks like Iceland has gotten the onside kick. And with that, it looks like our game is going to come to an end. So congratulations going out to the Iceland Bombers, their first Spoofer Bowl championship in their second try. And I'll tell you, that speaks to the parity of this league. We've now played 9 seasons. We've had 8 different champions. And it really doesn't get much better than that. So, thank you to all our teams, to all our viewers for another wonderful season. And we will see you in 2032. This is the Super Sports Network signing out.